Yo, what's good NFL fans? Welcome back to Touchdown Kingdom. It feels so good to be back making some weekly prediction videos as the NFL season is right around the corner. Week 1 of the NFL kicks off this week. And if you guys are familiar with this channel, we make a weekly video on Touchdown Kingdom where we give you guys our weekly predictions going into each individual game and give you guys our in-depth analysis and our score predictions. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course hit that like button if you enjoy the content. And also feel free to comment down below your thoughts of week number 1, some of your score predictions through all the games in week number 1. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to be back talking some NFL with you guys, so please feel free to comment down below your thoughts. With that being said, let's dive right into the first matchup, which is Thursday night with the Buffalo Bills headed to LA to face the Rams. So the first game to kick off the NFL season is the defending Super Bowl champion LA Rams hosting the Buffalo Bills. This is going to be a phenomenal game. The Rams are coming off a terrific season with Matthew Stafford, winning them a Super Bowl in his first season with the Rams. They are stacked with stars all over the field with Cooper Kupp, Jalen Ramsey, and Aaron Donald, just to name a few. The Buffalo Bills season ended in a heartbreak last year in the playoffs against the Chiefs. Josh Allen is one of the favorites to win the MVP this year, and this Buffalo team is ready to go all the way. The Bills signed former Ram Von Miller to their squad, so you know Von Miller will be on his A game against his former team. I think this is going to be a shootout, even though both teams have great defenses. I'm going to give the edge to the Josh Allen-led Buffalo Bills on the road to spoil the Rams opener. I think Josh Allen will outperform Matthew Stafford, and the Bills win with the final score of 34-31. The Philadelphia Eagles are headed to Detroit to face the Lions. You can argue that the Eagles had one of the best off seasons in acquiring talent all across their roster. The addition of A.J. Brown with an already young, exciting Devontae Smith entering year number 2 should set up Jalen Hurts for a huge season. The Detroit Lions are a team trying to establish their identity this season under year 2 head coach Dan Campbell. The Lions have improved their roster and will be great to see the rookie debut of top pick Aiden Hutchinson in this contest. Amon St. Brown is poised for a breakout season for the Lions in my opinion at the wide receiver position, but I'm still going to take the Eagles in this game as they are built to win now, and I think they're going to look to make a statement on the road in week number 1. We have the Eagles winning 27-21. The Baltimore Ravens are headed to MetLife Stadium to face the New York Jets. The Ravens still have not extended their star quarterback in Lamar Jackson, which I quite don't understand. Lamar Jackson has proved to be their franchise quarterback, and he deserves to get paid like one. The Jets are another team coming off an excellent offseason. Their 2022 rookie draft class has been getting nationally praised all offseason, but now it is time to prove their worth. Unfortunately for the Jets, we don't know who the quarterback is going to be on Sunday. As I'm recording this video on Monday, Robert Saleh said there is an outside possibility for Zach Wilson to start in week number 1. We will find out on Wednesday whether it's going to be the veteran Joe Flacco or the year 2 quarterback in Zach Wilson. Either way, I still think the Baltimore Ravens are going to look to take advantage of a young Jets team and get the W on the road, even though I think it's going to go down to the wire. We have the Ravens winning this one 23-20. The San Francisco 49ers take on the Chicago Bears. Two year 2 quarterbacks face off in Trey Lance and Justin Fields. This will be the first time we get to see Trey Lance to be the full-time starter for the 49ers, and there's a lot of hype around him. The 49ers are built to win now with how talented the roster is around their young quarterback. On the other hand, Justin Fields does not quite have the same supporting cast around him. But Justin Fields did look impressive in the preseason, and I'm expecting a huge year 2 leap for Justin Fields and prove to be the guy that can elevate the teammates around him. I'm going to take the 49ers in this game with the final score of 27-24. The New England Patriots head to Miami for an AFC East showdown against the Dolphins. The Dolphins swept the Patriots in their 2 matchups last season, even though the Patriots still made the playoffs. This is a huge year for Tua Tagovailoa to prove to be the guy. With the addition of Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle entering year number 2, Tua has all he needs to be successful. Mac Jones is coming off an impressive rookie campaign that he will try to build on. I think the Patriots will struggle offensively early on in the season since they're installing a brand new offense with the departure of Josh McDaniels. I actually think the Miami Dolphins will get the win at home with the final score of 17-13. The Cleveland Browns are headed to face their old friend Baker Mayfield and the Panthers. This is going to be one of those games that a lot of NFL fans are going to be interested to see how it unfolds. As we all know, the Browns decided to move on from Baker Mayfield to bring in Deshaun Watson, who will be suspended for a long time. Jacoby Brissett will be the starting quarterback until Watson returns. I think Baker Mayfield is going to lead the Panthers to a W over his former team. The Browns are a very talented team, and I think they will be competitive all season long, but I cannot bet against Baker's Panther debut against a team that gave up on him. We have the final score of Panthers 24, Browns 21. The Indianapolis Colts are set to take on the Houston Texans. Matt Ryan will make his Colts debut against year 2 quarterback Davis Mills, who's coming off an impressive rookie campaign. The Colts offense is ready to take off, and they needed an established veteran quarterback to compete in the AFC. Running back Jonathan Taylor is coming off an historic season on the ground and will look to replicate that. The Texans have a promising rookie running back of their own in Dameon Pierce, who seems to be their running back number 1. I'm excited to see what he can do in his debut. I think the Colts are the more established team and will take advantage of that to win this game with a final score of 20-13. The Pittsburgh Steelers are headed to Cincinnati to take on the defending AFC champions Bengals. The Bengals had a crazy season last year, with Joe Burrow establishing himself as the next young star quarterback, with Jamar Chase having one of the best rookie seasons we have ever seen from a wide receiver. The Steelers just announced that Mitch Trubisky will be the starting quarterback as he is a captain for their roster. The Steelers have a lot of promising talent all across their roster, and I strongly believe Mike Tomlin is one of the most underrated head coaches in the NFL. But the Bengals are loaded with talent all over their roster. Joe Burrow will defend home turf and start the season off with a huge game and a win. We have the Bengals winning this game 31-25. The New Orleans Saints are headed to Atlanta to face the Falcons. The Saints are excited for their new head coach in Dennis Allen to make his debut, while the Falcons' year 2 head coach Arthur Smith is ready to have a good season. The Saints have Jameis Winston at the helm with a ton of weapons around him and a solid defense. I think the Saints are going to be a fun team to watch all season long if Jameis Winston can stay healthy. Marcus Mariota is set to make his Falcons debut and will look to force feed the ball to tight end Kyle Pitts. I think Pitts is going to have one of the best seasons we've ever seen at the tight end position. He's just way too talented to not go off every single week. Rookie wide receiver Drake London is another young weapon the Falcons are excited to develop. I think the Saints will take care of business in this matchup and get the W on the road with the final score of 24-21. The Jacksonville Jaguars are headed to Washington, D.C. to face the Commanders. There's a new feel to the Jaguars already with Doug Peterson at the helm. I think Trevor Lawrence will prove why he was the first overall pick last season, and with his college teammate Travis Etienne set to make his NFL debut after being out all his rookie season last year. The Commanders are ready for their new quarterback to take over in Carson Wentz. He has a ton of great weapons around him with Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson from the NFL draft. I think McLaurin is set to have yet another great season for Washington. I believe the Jaguars will actually spoil the Commanders in their opener and get the W on the road with a final score of 24-17. The Green Bay Packers head to Minnesota to face the Vikings. The Packers offense will be missing Aaron Rodgers' number 1 weapon this season and trading away Devontae Adams to the Raiders. Who will step up to be Rodgers' number 1 weapon this year? Let me know in the comment section down below. We all know who Kirk Cousins' number 1 weapon is, and his name is Justin Jefferson, who has established himself as a top wide receiver in the NFL in just his first 2 seasons in the league. The Packers' defense is loaded with talent this season, and I'm expecting them to be a huge reason for their success all season long. The Vikings have plenty of weapons to help Kirk Cousins be a good quarterback this year, but I'm still going to go with Aaron Rodgers to get this W on the road to start off the season. We have the Packers winning 31-21. The New York Football Giants are set to take on the Tennessee Titans in the opener. The Giants have a whole new regime leading the way. Daniel Jones has to prove to be their franchise quarterback after the Giants declined to pick up his 5th-year option. The Titans, on the other hand, they'll be without their star wide receiver A.J. Brown, who they traded away to the Eagles. The Titans replaced A.J. Brown with veteran wide receiver Robert Woods, and they invested a first-round pick in the ultra-talented Treylon Burks. With Derrick Henry coming off an injury last season, he will look to start off with his usual dominance. I predict the Giants have no answers for Derrick Henry in the Titans' run game as the Titans win this game 23-17. The Las Vegas Raiders head to LA to take on the Chargers in a rematch of the crazy Week 18 game last year where the Raiders got the win to make the playoffs. The Chargers are looking for revenge as they stacked up their defense in the offseason with the additions of J.C. Jackson and Khalil Mack. Quarterback Justin Herbert has established himself as a star young quarterback in this league already, and I'm expecting him to have his best season yet in year number 3. Meanwhile, Derek Carr has a new friend in town with one of the best wide receivers in the entire NFL joining him in Davante Adams, ready to make his Raider debut. The Raiders have a new regime in charge as they kick off the new Josh McDaniels era. I think the Chargers will actually get the revenge with Justin Herbert having a fantastic game. We have the LA Chargers winning big at home 34-28. The Kansas City Chiefs head to Arizona to face the Cardinals. Patrick Mahomes will miss his old friend Tyreek Hill, who is now in Miami, but he still has Travis Kelce and the best offensive mind in the NFL in my opinion, and Andy Reid calling the shots. So I'm not really expecting Mahomes to take any step back at all. Meanwhile, the Cardinals, they extended their young star quarterback in Kyler Murray, and they are excited to have him as a long-term answer. With the addition of Hollywood Brown and James Conner coming off a phenomenal season on the ground, I think the Cardinals' offense will be fun to watch. I'm still going to take the Chiefs on the road in this one with Patrick Mahomes having a great game. We have the Chiefs winning 31-24. Sunday Night Football kicks off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers headed to Dallas. Tom Brady retired in the offseason, but it did not take too long for him to announce that he is returning to the NFL in his age 45 season. The Cowboys have a lot to prove this year, with head coach Mike McCarthy looking to make a statement on prime time. Dak Prescott has all the same weapons returning, besides wide receiver Amari Cooper, who is now with the Browns. I expect Dak to spread the ball around and have an efficient night. Meanwhile, Tom Brady will look to prove to the NFL world that he still got it at his age. Tom Brady simply is not human, and I'm so excited to see what he looks like this season. I cannot bet against the GOAT in Week 1 on Sunday Night Football, so I'm going to take the Buccaneers with the final score of 24-21. The Seattle Seahawks host the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Football to conclude Week number 1 in the NFL. Russell Wilson makes his Broncos debut in the stadium he used to call home. There is no doubt this will be an emotional game for Russell Wilson, as he meant so much to the city of Seattle. The Broncos are stacked with talent, and I always felt like they were a good quarterback away from being a true contender in the NFL. And now they have a Super Bowl winning quarterback joining their squad. Meanwhile, Geno Smith wins the quarterback job over Drew Lock, as he will look to spread the ball around to the wide receiver duo of DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. Geno Smith has been in the system for years while he was Russell Wilson's backup, so I think Geno will hold the fort down better than some people may think. But I do not see the Broncos losing this battle. I actually think this can get ugly on prime time. We have the Denver Broncos winning big, 34-17. That does it for Touchdown Kingdom's Week 1 NFL predictions. It feels so good to be back making some NFL content here on this channel, so if you guys are new, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and of course like the video if you guys enjoy, and please feel free to comment down below some of your favorite picks in Week number 1. Love to hear what you guys have to say. Thank you guys so much for all the support here on this channel, and it feels so good to be back making content on Touchdown Kingdom. Stay tuned for more weekly content, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out and enjoy Week number 1 in the NFL.